that's kind of how it started.
This store right here.
We're shooting something right now. We'll if you come back in like an hour, we'll be cool.
Oh, it's this store right here. Like this store, they got like all this cool clothing.
How does that feel whenever people like say that?
It's, if I'm being honest with you, every single time I just say thank you, God. In this world, you know, you could be you could be over as quick as you started. So as every time we get acknowledgement like that, I'm just forever grateful, forever thankful. You know what I mean? So honestly, but yeah, where were we at? Like him or not like him, the photo after the assassination attempt is probably going to go down as one of the most iconic pictures ever.
We always had confidence and always knew that we had it.
If you want to compete with the best of the best, you got to go where the best are.
The Atlanta Streetwear, there's just so many people that got emotion going on down there. We have a brand that's going to leave you with an experience. We had like a barn set up. They remember the cow, they remember the barn.
We definitely can do this. We got something.
You said an XL game? Yeah. I appreciate you, dude.
Yeah, that shit hard though. I was gonna say, don't give it to me though. Dre! Come get this
What you brought in? One of them match. What'd it say? So basically, it's a flip on Pebbles and Van Milk the road.
You know, on your journey, while you're creating your brand, what happens is you get your brother, your sister, whoever that's going to buy it because they love you, right? Your granny, yeah, I love it. My baby got a clothing line. You know, there's some time you're going to get these. I'm not going to call them false, but it's like my buddy Kills. He calls it buddy ball. It's like, you know, they're going to tell you because they're on the same team. You're doing a great job, but you need to feedback from real people that you don't know. And if you get feedback from people that you don't know that is genuine intrigue and they like, maybe they don't like the design, but they like where you're going, that's the kind of stuff that encouraged me. Whenever we had some of the influencer celebrities and stuff picking up this stuff, and I like, okay, this is one of the most, you know, fashionable people in the world. If they like it, we definitely can do this. We got something.
My man keeps switching numbers. I wish he switches hustle. He got me anointed too. No matter what, I love him. Shout out to Mayor's Town. We kept the mafioso. Boston Global, watch it rolling. Blossom blowing chronic dollars.
We've been lit. We had songs with Mac Miller. You know, we had management like from Wiz Khalifa's managers are managing us. They're looking at us like, yo, I like your shoes. What's up? What watch you got on? Like, they're recognizing that we got it too. And then you fast forward, and then you have people like, you know, Coyle Ray or Jenny from.
I was gonna say
you
that.
know what
like,
I mean? Wearing our varsity
even
jackets.
with the clothing brand, like our biggest probably hit, like the first time we thought it was like, okay, we're going to do it was whenever we got the coat to Coyle Ray and she actually wore it. Like, it's one thing to have a celebrity get something, but when they wear it and then they post it in a video,
and
like,
it looks fire.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
and it looks fire. Like,
snapped,
you get the, and then she did it not once but twice. So then that kind of like really let us know, like, nah, we got something. We got something on our hands.
Because you can send something to somebody, and they
that
still
lives,
might
that lives forever.
and they still might show love and take a picture on the story of the package or something like that.
Yeah.
But you put that on, and you put it on and wear it how we vision it, and you make it look cool, and you do it twice. Sure. Like, that was kind of, man, that was special for sure. So moments like that, where people that are considered in the game have rocked with us, supported us, and collaborated with us. We've had moments in the music where we felt like, wow, this is the industry. This is it. Like, we are in it right now. And we have moments like that in the clothing industry now, where like, dang, you don't get, I don't know, like Beyonce wearing a hat may have been the only thing better than Jenny, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's kind of moments like that where it's like, this is definitely real.
If you want to compete with the best of the best, you got to go where the best are. So the Atlanta streetwear market, they have it once every 3 or 4 months. They started off small, and now it's to the point where the line is probably a quarter to a half a mile long before you could even get in. We went down there. I actually did some, I take it just to like sports. I take it serious. I went down before I even went to the event just to experience what it's like, how everything is. So I came back with like, hey man, if we don't got no crop t-shirts, we're not gonna make no money down there. We gotta make sure we can compete with these people.
We're cropping everything. We come home, like, I had a wedding to go to. I'm like, I'm gonna crop my dress shirt. Like, we're cropping everything. But there really was people that were stylish in multiple ways. It wasn't just like New Atlanta style.
Yeah.
It was like just people that are just fly, like from all different walks of life. And it was really eye-opening. It's like, if you really are trying to have your brand stick out, if you don't experience something like that, then you're not really gonna understand the full capacity of what this thing is, you know what I mean?
It's one of those things where you almost need it, like, and the team needed to see, like, there's people out here making some heat, just as creative, if not more creative, if not more hands-on. Some of these people are cutting and selling themselves.
We're up here, right? And we feel like we got it on smash up here. We big dogs up here. But whenever you actually go down there and you see there's just so many people that got motion going on down there, it kind of makes you look at it like, okay, man, now we got to come down here and show and prove, you know what I'm saying? We stepping in a whole new field, and there's people who's all doing the same thing we are. So now it's just about, like, if you got heat.
Oh, sauce it down, sauce it up. You too much, you too much. Ain't enough, ain't enough. Where you from? Throw it out. Going nuts, yeah, going down. Oh, sauce it down, sauce it up. You too much, ain't enough, ain't enough. Where you from? Throw it out.
We actually, met a bunch of brands where they're making more money than us, right? But it's like people kind of shop for the style or the look, and they might not even remember the brand.
I think the one thing that Press said was, like, we have a brand that's going to leave you with an experience. Like, the cow thing kind of sticks, you know what I'm saying, opposed to everybody having a garment that's kind of trendy. They remember the cow, they remember the barn. We had like a barn set up.
Nah, check my boy out, man. Check my boy out, man. Yeah.
This trip was work.
Yeah, it was straight work.
Waking up at 6 in the morning to go there to set up the barn we had our OG Herb help us build.
I gotta document this shit, man. We out here, man.
We out here, man.
There's literally no more room in a Suburban. We packed it to the bone gristle. Like, there's nothing left we can put in here.
Cow on the road.
Man.
That whole experience, like, just the dedication, making things happen. That's where, you peek outside and there's a 2 mile, 3 mile long.
I never seen something. I
didn't know it was that real. All these cool brands that I see on my timeline every day, they had a stand there with the shirt that I wanted to buy off Instagram for months. It's there. Everything that was trendy and new and cool that you see online was at that location. So think about, as a consumer walking in with $100. You know how hard it is to find out where I'm gonna spend this $100
where you're gonna spend that
at?
money at. And that's the beautiful thing about it is, like, all them people, and you got people coming to shop with you. So that's a beautiful thing to know. There's all these vendors in here, and someone comes to spend money with you.
Out to y'all cash cows, bro. They here, they did it, they pushed love, they got everything you needed.
One of the biggest things that we've been doing is we take pop culture events, so like pop culture things, and put a spin on anything that's pop culture. We just turn them into cows, we just cowify it. This is actually a really cool story. It was very unfortunate that there was an assassination attempt on Trump. We try to not be political at all, but we also try to capitalize on all pop culture things. And in my opinion, whether you like him or not like him, the photo after the assassination attempt is probably going to go down as one of the most iconic pictures ever. Down in Atlanta, we had this shirt when we were in a place that had probably 50 to 100 vendors and no one else had it because they all have a longer production time. But we were able to get it made super quick. The fact that we can get transfer sheets very quickly, we can design it quickly, we can make it ourselves. Heat pressing in DTF changes the game in a whole lot of different ways. And what that allowed us to do was instantly have an item that was relevant immediately. We were able to produce that and turn that around 24, 48 hours. Having a heat press, having access to transfers that could take 2 or 3 days. It's such a competitive edge. We were down there and we were like one of the only people. Some people had Trump shirts, right? But not the shirt that we had, which was exactly relevant to the moment. So that is huge. It's a game changer. It's important. So if you're a small brand, that's one way that you can capitalize or gain an edge over the market. Is using transfers and things like that. This originally started in white. If you look on our rack, there's no white left because it's sold out. It went actually crazy. We did this, and then we also made a matching hat. We got the blank from AutoCap. I thought this was so fire. This reminded me of like the old Dream Team hats and the vintage, you know, hats like that from the 90s. Like we talked about in the first episode. This was so fire. So I was like, man, the blank is so tough. We don't got to do too much. Let's create a patch because, you know, we love embroidery. And if you watch the first episode, I just kept saying, wow, that's crazy. That was the phrase, wow, that's crazy. And we actually got a chance to like make this without embroidering, without me having to sit in the shop and embroider each one of these hats was crazy. So, you know, this is super tough just to match the drip. Clothing is not cheap. This is not a cheap thing to get into.
This is my first ever hat for my brand. We're just saving in case like, you know, John Morant comes to the door or something, you know what I mean? I don't know, man.
I actually almost got jumped over this.
The whole first day of school thing was crazy.
Parents literally say to me like, you gotta relax. Like they got me up here every week. You gotta stop dropping stuff.